My brother did this movie, Boys in the Hood, and he had this emotional scene where he's crying and punching and swinging at the air.
Yeah.
A few years later, him and I get into it. Now I'm grown. I'm the little you beat up. I'm a grown man. Yeah. And he was like, I'm on my way. And he pulled up and we squared off and
everybody start clapping right now. Yeah. We got a legend in the building. Woo! Omar Gooding.
Woo!
Chin up.
Put your chin up.
I'm talking about shit. Make me put my chin up.
What's going on, brother?
Good, man. I'm good.
Yeah. Man, it's amazing to have you on the couch. It's a blessing. A long time coming. We've been trying to plan this for a while now.
A lot of trying to get me on the couch.
Ooh. And it does. What makes you choose?
A lot of trying to get me on the couch. Let me talk about it.
Yeah, talk about it. Go
this here couch. No. Answer your first question.
No.
Like, is Diddy one of them? That's not what I was talking about.
Podcasting wise, because you do more things. You do more than just acting, of course. Mm-hmm. Not only comedy, not only music. How many people be hitting you up to try to get your story? Because now you're a Hollywood legend.
No one has hit me up to try to get my story yet, and it's good. It's kind of interesting you said that. I did a documentary. A lot happened during the pandemic. When the pandemic hit, I figured other ways to get money. A lot of that was working that we ain't working now. You ain't working right now. Watch this. You know what I'm saying? I did a movie called AM Radio. You can go see that on Tubi. They you up because if you a fan of me, you fan of the work, fan of the Goodings, blah blah blah. Prepare you for it. The thing is, this was so raw that everything that I gave you during that movie that was happening to me in real life. Why? Because it was during the pandemic. What happened during the pandemic? The entire planet was on the same. We was all on some. Is this it?
We was the same. Yeah.
We was all equal in the unknown. You know what I'm saying? And that uncertainty, that was just the pandemic portion. Nigga, we lost Kobe that, and I'm a diehard Laker fan and a Kobeist over everybody. You know what I mean?
Come on.
And then George Floyd. What? Point the camera over and ask for some emotion. You know what I'm saying? Like. So when you see this movie, just know, it was almost easy because that's why. Wow. It's so good. AM Radio, the movie, not the radio show. See, I got that plug in first. That ain't cold. We're doing this long ass time. We're doing this long ass time. Right now, go ahead.
Wait. Man, was it supposed to be like a sequel to radio or?
That's a good one.
Woo! I'm just
bang! He came out with him quick, didn't he?
Hit him with that.
All right, let me just put him on. All right. Now I've identified the problem. Okay, I got you. You gonna be that guy. Turn the camera on. So I can. No, it's all good.
Man, so your lineage has always been, you've got famous lineage. Your dad was the lead singer for Main Ingredient.
Yes, sir.
Shout out to my mama.
Amen.
I told my mama you was coming on the show. She said, that nigga is his daddy.
Yes.
I love that. I'm glad that it showed my dad that your mom's a fan of. Because I'm feeling older and older when it's to say, my mama love you.
Yeah.
Like, my mama your biggest fan. Like, damn.
She definitely wanted to come up here. But
that's what's up.
Yeah. But
shout out to moms.
How was that, growing under such a famous figure?
The best way to explain it is that it wasn't nothing. And what I mean by that is it was normal to me.
Yeah.
I don't know, They say ignorance is bliss. Like, if you don't know, you're missing something. If you didn't know, this is special. Everybody's dad ain't singing. Everybody's dad ain't on. This is all I know. You know what I'm saying? And we sang all the time. We went through all types. I understand this. My pops was a famous singer in, this is another place to put it in this perspective. My pops was a famous singer in the 70s for like a couple years. In the 70s, the first half. There's a lot of entertainers we know that was dope for, 4 or 5 years, and then you kind of don't hear from them for a while and something happens and life gets in the way. In this particular instance, my father had a #1 song. Everybody plays the fool, right? All over the radio, everything was good. Houses, cars, bank, blah, 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 blah. Even then, we didn't know what to do with money. Yes. Everything was either leased or rented or whatever. like, you know what I mean? So that was one thing, but it was enough money for you to not worry about it. Like everything was good. This was in 1972, 3, 4, 5, 6. I was born in 76, right? 2 years after I was born, my pops went out to Africa during apartheid. Now, we wasn't supposed to do that back then. You know what I mean? So when Pops didn't tell him, I'm going out there to sing, what? And look, black folks, yes, and woo, everybody. Came back, he was the fool. They blacklisted him, put all his music off the shelves. He had to start over. You know what I mean? Then it's 80, 81, 82. Now I'm about 5 years old. I don't see Pops no more. He wasn't home. Papa was always a Rolling Stone. And then 5 years later, him and my mom divorced. I always thought that left when I was born and he lost. And my brother, who's 10 years older than me, Cuba's 10 years old, 9 years older than me, depending on the time of the year. He was never home. Because he was always moving and grooving. Just being honest, he was never here. It was just as surprised to see him as you. But when he got blacklisted, he had to start over, right? So he went back to New York to kind of start his name back up and so on and do the gigs he had to do when we hustled underneath the radar. You know what I'm saying? And for us, we started to fuck over. You know, moms moved back with her moms. So basically, we were living in grandma's house, and there's 3 or 4 of us and the dog. Finally, grandpa was like, y'all got to, y'all ain't gonna, come on now. Your husband was on the radio. Go do something. And we set out on the road and we was homeless. We lived in the car. We was in homeless shelters, all types of, yep.
Wait, divorce, you go with mom or dad?
I kind of jumped around. So 76, I was born. A few years later, boom, the black ball happens. Couple more years, now the money's dried up. Now I'm 5, 6 years old. Now we're living in the high desert when we were in like the Lower Valley area. Now, my mother and my father were born in Harlem, raised in the Bronx. Then they had my brother and sister, born in the Bronx. 5 years old, they moved to California. Hello.
Come on, let's go.
5 more years later, I'm born. He found out he was in Africa. Like, he was at home for the conception part. But by the time he came out of Africa, I was the oops baby, basically. So there's that 10-year gap. You know what I mean? Okay. So like I said, the money was cool, right up into there. 5 more years, boom, boom, and we had to start over. So anyway, so a lot of it, you know, very long-windedly answer your question, to me, it was just a lot of moving around. It was a lot of traveling. I was always singing. My mom's a born-again Christian. She was always singing. We on the road, we praying and singing and da-da-da-da. What the funny part is, I found out later, she didn't get saved until after I was born.
Wow.
So my brother and sister, who are 10 years older than me, like, just smoking cigarettes and beating our ass. Now she like, Jesus said. That's what happens when you get born again. Yeah. But that's all I knew. Yeah. But I was different. I was one of them, I could see it all. I could see both sides of it. I knew there was something to it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I believe in God, Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, I love it. I'm praying, boom, 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 but I'm also realist about life. Like, sometimes, you know, you just got to do what you have to do. You have to have God in your life. But you got to see the practical side of everything. Like, my father's father was an atheist, married to a born-again Christian. My father, he also went from Muslim to Christian, back and forth. It's confusing, especially black. It's confusing. Which is it? Oh, God, is it Allah? Boom, 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 boom. And then the light gets cut off, but I was praying. Why are these lights? God helps, but son, you know what I mean? I thought I prayed the lights to stay on. No, you got to go work too. You know what I mean? So I didn't see it on.
We're going to jump around the conversation. I want to stay in your pots, but I'm just curious.
Tequila first.
I know, right? Right.
Like, what
no, I'm curious.
Go ahead.
Cuba gets into his first movie at what age?
So, all right. So I know I should just keep pushing on. So basically,
no. I'm gonna go back to your father.
Okay, I'm gonna answer that so you can answer that. Let's see. So there's a 9-year difference between the two of us. So when he was 18, he got into the business. When I was 9, a little earlier than that, huh? Anyway, regardless of the numbers, he got in before me, and then I got in right behind him. But there's a 9-year difference.
Okay.
He did a lot of television. His first big movie was Boys in the Hood, which is 89.
Okay. All right. So go back to your pops. I'm just curious. Now that you are in the business yourself, do you feel like your pops, if you look at the money he was making or the deal he had, was it a lucrative deal, or do you feel like it was maybe over?
Oh, of course, but everybody over there. You know. And, you know, this is the thing. You know, when you're an entertainer, You can be very creative and very good at entertaining. You can be very good, very creative, very good at entertaining, and have a business mind.
That's true.
Or you can just have a business mind, or you could just be creative. There's plenty of different things that you can be. My father's very creative and very talented. He had a good business sense, but, money-wise, I don't want to get too political and black versus white and this and that and what they get taught and what we get taught and so forth and so on, but it is what it is. It is what it is. But there's all of this. Yeah, you can name all 5 of them. That actually, both on one hand, Jay-Z, yeah, exactly.
So for you, your brother, and also your sister, what was y'all career like? Your daddy, mama, they want y'all to get into the industry, but did they push y'all, or you just like?
Not at all. That's a great question. With entertainers, you either have it or you don't. There are circumstances, which is weird. I think that's why you get. That's too deep to say. That's why sometimes there's tragedies in the entertainment. Like maybe they were pushed in and something like that. I don't get that because for me, it's got. He should just be an actor. All right, cool. Action. Okay, he's not ready. You ain't got to tell them. You ain't got to say action. They on go. You point the camera at them. It's just natural. Me, that's just how I was. I was always just on. I knew. Ooh, spotlight. Oh, is this me? Is this my camera? I didn't have to take classes and so forth and so on. But it doesn't, that's just how I was hardwired. My brother took the classes, but he got the Oscar. You know what I mean? Right. Take the classes. Yeah. If that's, if you respond to classes and the work and blah, 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 that's how it pays off. Me, I didn't. It was just natural for me. So anyway, with the kids, same stuff. I got 2 boys, 7-year-old, 4-year-old. I'm like, it ain't gonna be a choice. It is or it ain't. One of them is just like, clearly. The other one is like, okay. You know what I mean? They ain't both super, one play sports like a mother. You know what I mean? Like, it tells itself. With us, we weren't pushed. My brother, it was a passion for him. My brother saw his dad on stage singing in front of all these thousands of motherfuckers. Couldn't sing himself. But you still can't sing. I saw the interview. I can sing now. But I mean, especially compared to my father. Yeah. This man died at 73 years old and was hitting the same notes he hit when he was 20. Same notes, and he hit the high notes. Yeah. He wasn't still baritone. No, this was killing it, you know what I mean? So anyway, it's stiff curve. So he wanted to be, he knew he had to be on stage. And it was boom. Me, same thing. First thing I did was a play in 4th grade. Or I did a play 2nd grade, 3rd grade, whatever case. 4th grade was the talent show. That's when I started doing my shit. And I memorized The Show by Dougie Fresh and Slick Rick. And my partner did Slick, I did Dougie Fresh, boom, boom, boom. We performed that shit. I was bit after that. Next, I was writing raps and sitting with the motherfucking 6th graders just rapping. I'm like, I got one, you know what I mean? I bust my loose. And then it just went on there. But I stayed in school, and that was my thing. But they didn't know it. I'm the youngest. Just play, have fun while we do this shit. We homeless and going to hotels and all. It's like, this is fun. Next hotel, they all sad and crying. I didn't know. I was having you know what I'm saying? It was all, relative to me. And my sister, she just stayed clear of all of it. She was just kind of like, nah, y'all do that. That's y'all. But it was easy because my parents being older, they were like, it's like the men get the money, the men do this. My mom was a singer as well. She had a record deal. She was part of the Sweethearts, and then they changed the name to the Level. She signed to Brunswick, all that, blah, blah. She had a whole career. She met my dad out in the circuit, shit in the circle, boom, boom. You making any money, boom, boom, boom. They got together, they got married. She said, all right, I'll raise the kids. You go on and do that, right? But it was a blessing because she's raising the kids to be entertained. She knows all this. So shit she's saying ain't just regular mama. I got to get you, blah, 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 blah. No, let's get us up. Like, boom, boom. When your dad called me, he gonna beat your ass too. It was black household. Trust that belt shit, it was real. But that's what it was. She was running the house in the sense of, look, this is boom, boom, boom. He's getting this money. Y'all come into your own. But it wasn't like you have to do this. But if you're gonna take an interest in this, then I'm gonna tell you exactly how to do it. And she was hands-on. My brother was older. He was like 18, 19 years old. I was 9. So the difference is she was my manager. Because that's still my mom telling me, look, man, go in there and do this. All right, you got to audition for this show called Webster. When you get in there, you got to be different. When you get there, it's going to be a whole room full of all look like you because they match the description of the role that they call. So what are you going to do different? I don't know. What is it? What is the role? I'm an announcer. You're an announcer? What do you say? I say, and now, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Sammy Club. And from the stage is blah, 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 blah. She's like, all right, is that how you're going to say it? No, I'm just telling you. What to say it, are you going to say it? Oh, okay. Now, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Sammy Club. She's like, you're not smiling. Use your teeth. Your teeth are your money. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you're right there, right here. Hey, now she's smiling. Now he's smiling. Work the room. I said, okay, mama, okay. And then I'll get the part. She's like, maybe. We gotta think. You don't know. Yeah. Well, we gotta think of something else. What's gonna stand you apart? And we brainstormed. We said, oh, I know what we're gonna do. I took a microphone, put it into my jacket, and tucked the cord in. And I walked in looking like everybody else. All right, what's your name? Omar Miles Gooding. I always said my full name. Omar Miles Gooding. I always said Omar Miles. Hey, Omar Miles Gooding. Okay, you ready? Yes. All right, and action. I put out the cord, hit the floor. I said, and now, ladies and gentlemen. They all went, oh, to the cord. And I booked that.
You go, man. That's
you know what I'm saying? And then I kept that as a standard. They're like, oh, you always got to think outside the box. You always got to be creative. Is this something you want to do? And when she told me, I didn't go, oh, what do you mean? Oh, Mom, are you serious? Oh, well, how do I do this? No, I listened, just bet. You had to tell me but once. And then, so with lineage, if it's in the blood, if it's this, it's that, do you think this kid's got it? Maybe he does, maybe he doesn't. You ain't going to have to guess. It ain't going to be hard to know whether or not, he's on. You just tell him. You tell him something. Is he listening? It happens with sports. I see my kids starting to sports now. When you don't listen, draw something.
Right.
The shooting out there. I just want to keep practicing. All right.
Come on.
Now
you gotta want it.
Now that since it came so natural to you, do you think had you went to school and got that education, you would have been more?
Fuck yeah. Hell yeah. I learned on the job. I went to him and said, what do you regret about school? That I learned different.
Yeah.
Me. I know me. I can't talk about everybody else. Me, I learned different. I'm sitting there, the teacher say it one time, boom, 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 boom. Everybody listen, boom, boom. I'm like, okay. Wait, say it one more time? No, that's the USD. You don't get to ask a question. Wait, what's the part about this? Oh, when you weren't paying attention? Or was you talking to somebody? Oh, never mind. That's not how I learn. I learn by repetition. Say it again. I got friends, one of my best friends in the world in here. We talk about it over and over and over. And about the 5th time, I'll be like, okay. He's like, now you get it. Yes. He knows me. That's how I learn. You know what I'm saying? And some kids, the same thing. I feel sorry for, we're hard on teachers. It's a tough job, but it's necessary, man. We gotta figure some shit out. Ask me another question, man. I'm gonna get too deep. Go. I got something to these teachers. She got sad.
When I first got introduced to you, it was Wild and Crazy Kids, right?
Dope. Let's go.
Now, you see Nickelodeon, they drop a whole crazy documentary.
Yeah.
Did you see anything weird in Nickelodeon?
No. So 2 things about that. So help me, okay, remember your question, because I'll get off track. 2 things about that. For one, it was just a different era. My oldest is 7. One of his friends at one of the little parties asked me, he's like, oh man, my friend said you're all Nickelodeon. That's great. He said, how many Kids' Choice Awards have you had? I go, I did Nickelodeon before they had Kids' Choice Awards.
Right.
Like, that's how long ago. So for one, it was an entirely different time. I don't know if dude was there at the time, but I never. Never.
He didn't bloom.
Yeah, but then also, the reason why I don't have all these Cat Williams stories is because of how I was raised. And when I say raised, I mean the people that I listened to that was giving me game gave me the right game, and it was like, okay, go to the party and then leave. You don't have to stay to the morning. Don't have to go up. I would tell this to the women, the young ladies that I've worked with, actresses, and they're frustrated, especially black. And I'm only talking about, don't ask me no question. But the black women that But the sisters that I've worked with, and they without even asking, they're just talking and venting like this. Like, how do you get that? And I'm like, look, sometimes you got to lead them on. leading them on is fine unless you're already in the hotel room. You let them think, okay, play the game. They playing it, you play it. You know how many women are in the room that are just boom, 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 but they're not, but they cool to be with or hang around and this and that. You be like, one day I'm gonna get that. You know what I mean? Yeah, right? You be like, well, I'm a cool woman one day. Yeah, one day they never come because she's smart. She know how to just use her femininity. Just, you know, I like to be around women most of the time. Nigga, just be here. You know what I mean? I'm mad at the ratio in here right now. But
What?
just what? You ratio. But I'm just saying, me, I was just, and it wasn't even taught. You know, a lot of people are like, do you hang with such and such? Oh, you work with that dude? So y'all good friends? No, I don't hang with that. I got common sense. The one thing I was blessed with, a superpower was common sense. If I go out to fight, go out to fight. But if I go out and get into a fight, who I want to hang with? I just watch, put a, they got a pistol, they do. But I want Leonardo DiCaprio and I hope that he can fight when the shit hit the fan. It was common sense. They saw Baby Boy, he was confused. Why? I live in LA. Who the think I'm affiliated with? You really think I'm hanging out with these cornballs? Okay, you keep watching Wild and Crazy Kids if you want to.
Yeah. So, was there any sibling rivalry as far as acting?
Not at all. Too far of a gap.
Too far?
If we was 2 or 3 years apart, maybe.
Yeah.
But that's my big bro, period. He somehow pull out a karate move and get a little stronger. It's
as old as
it's just my big brother. Like, I've never cried from getting hit, except for this who punched me in the arm once. Like, you know that distance between get it caught in the chin and it's boom, boom, when you fighting this old boom, boom, when you was little, when you just get, why am I crying? Like that, when it's all over beating me up.
What is the stupidest thing I've, like me and my brother, we fought over a ham sandwich one time. What's the
I bit his thumb, trying to get a Snickers or some. It was just like, yo, let me get a bite. And it was like, ooh, I said, and I bit it, and I bit too. Mom came in, what happened? I'm crying and chewing. That's some fucked up shit. He's like, he bit my thumb.
That's a meme before a meme was a meme, which was recorded.
Not the biting the thumb. No.
So why did you stop Wild and Crazy Kids? What was the end all be all?
I just ran out. So check this run out. So I get in the game. I was 9 years old. Let's see. I did a couple. I did Webster thing. I talked about that. Yeah. I did Ghost Dad with Bill Cosby.
Yeah, 1990. Yeah,
that was dope. And then right around the same time, Wild and Crazy Kids was a summer show. So I was a regular school kid. I never went to schools. I was going to regular school. Tuba Lake Elementary, North Hollywood High School. And during the summers, I would do Wild and Crazy Kids. There was no reason. I mean, we didn't hear, the ratings were bad or no. Yeah, it went 3 years and
done.
And that was that. And then immediately after that finished, I auditioned and booked a presentation. Right, the presentation is when you. I don't think they do these no more, but back in the day, it would start with right. They don't do these no more. It would start with a presentation. We have a show we want to do, and they casted me in that. That turned into a pilot, and then that pilot, we reshot the pilot and we gave it to ABC. Picked it up, and that show was called Hang with Mr. Cooper, and ran for 5 years consecutively after Wild and Crazy Kid. And then, well, let me just say this, if you need to go back to it. One of the executive producers that worked on Hanging with Mr. Cooper started a new show right when Hanging with Mr. Cooper ended, and I can tell you the whole run and how that all happened. And it was called Smart Guy, and I jumped right on that. Go ahead.
All right, so let's go back. Mm-hmm. Ghost Dad.
Yeah.
You're with Bill Cosby.
Yeah.
And this is after the Huxtables. I think
it was related to the other question. Go ahead. If I see where you're going with this.
Well, before I even
drink this pudding.
For those who need to remember,
too easy. Go ahead.
For those who need to remember your character.
I need you a drink, young man.
On Ghost Dad.
That's so wrong.
Young man, come here.
Young man,
come hither.
Come to my trailer.
No,
at least we laugh. Go ahead.
So you were the neighbor in Ghost Dad. For those don't remember, there was one scene in that movie that kind of up in regards to a young. Go ahead,
I gotta put the drink down.
And a young black boy getting locked in in the box where Bill Cosby comes to save him.
Okay.
And I look at that today like right there can't really play out how it does today.
Can't nothing play out now.
Yeah, it's like,
man.
It's just like
He said the little black kid getting locked
the little black kid getting locked in the box. But because you opened the door to it, when Bill Cosby at his age now gets hit with that indictment, what goes through Omar Gooding's head?
They can get anybody. They can get, if they just say, you, it's your time.
Damn.
If they, this up, man, especially just being black. How do you lead? How do you succeed? How do you do that? How do you make change? Let's make change unless they don't want you to make change, and then you either get killed or killed.
So now it's a message. That's real. That's real. That's real. I'm always curious whenever you're around somebody, and mind you, probably this is a small portion of your life and you're young, but when you hear about it, does you ever go back and think like, let me think, were there times that I might have missed something as a kid that I should have saw?
Sure. I didn't finish the other part. I'm talking about my mom.
Please. Yeah, please.
She was dope, but she was very street smart. I keep saying was like she's smart. She's very street smart, and at that time it was dope to have one of those type of mamas. It was funny. So, okay, glasses on. So I was watching that. I watched the Nickelodeon. I had to watch the documentary, and I was just like, oh, yes. But again, it was just way before my time. But I was listening to some of the stories, and they were talking about, and this is fucked up, man. You actually see my eyes when I'm talking about this. When I'm watching how the parents handled the children and their involvement and being hands-on and being present and what they said the parents could or could not do. A lot of that doesn't compute to me. I'm 47. My oldest is 7. I've only been a parent for 40 years. For 7 years. But even before that, I don't understand what you're telling me. We're all taking the kids over here, but you can't go?
Right.
Well, I don't. Are you the police? Are you going to lock me to the chair? How the f*** are you going to stop me from going and seeing what my kid is doing? That doesn't make sense to me. There's things that you can't control. You let them spend the night, da-da-da-da. That's already your fault. He was there and they did it overnight, blah, blah, blah. Okay, that's fine. I can't hold you. But you're in the same, we're all here. You imagine any of your kids right here. I'm going to take your son over here, but you're not allowed to go.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I don't give a how much he's being paid. That's when the checks stop. If that's the problem, what the
some parents will come from desperation.
There's no reason why, and this is just boxing. There's no reason why your child is working and they're actually controlling you. You're gonna f up their bag. It's gonna f you worthless piece of shit. What are you telling me? But what? You don't know. Take the son and go because it's all about this bag. Go yourself. That's an impossibility. Now the sad truth, which whoever y'all edit this, we'll talk about it later. But the sad truth is they don't think they have a choice. The problem I have with that is, what the f do you mean? Just in what scenario? What is the worst case scenario here when you don't think you're allowed to go with your child around the corner and protect them? What's the worst case scenario?
Checks stop coming.
So that's what you're willing to risk. Well, you can do whatever you want to the child as long as you don't stop the checks. What? Whatever comes around the corner, guess what they did to me? It don't matter. Did the check come? That's how you thinking, because it don't. What? That doesn't make sense to me. That it would be allowed. My mom, we'll just go live in the car some more.
Man, talking to
you understand me? What the f? Are you gonna do what? And I can't, what? I'm gonna f you up for saying that. Now somebody gotta bail me out of jail. None of it makes sense.
And what you're saying is like, these people feel like, they must have been used to something. Because when you already come from nothing, it's like, oh, y'all gonna stop it? Well, we already ain't having it anyway.
You can give them that, but that's even worse. Okay, well, if you're privileged and you're coming from something, then now what are you worried about?
Right.
You've got the money, so they're gonna stop the money. You worried about the money? If you ain't got the money, they're gonna stop the money. I've been broke before. That's where you should be at. Whatever it is, protect fucking children.
Sure.
You're gonna let them go by your session. Turns me up, but there are people that aren't as strong of mind or that are blessed with common sense. And they go, well, maybe this is what it's supposed to be. So I'll just pray that everything works out. And then unfortunately, these bad can happen. But again, for me, I'm a realist. So I can understand why, in a sense of, I can see what they were thinking, but I have a bad opinion of that thought process.
Come on.
So it's hard for me to say it's okay. It's not okay. I just don't, people don't know. It's called ignorance for a reason. There's a lot of jobs that we don't know that we could have as a people. There's a lot of things that we actually could make change if we made it change. All this voting, we have to all vote. Don't get me on them. That's why they don't ask me to make those videos. I don't believe that none of it's fair no matter what. They always pick the other when I vote.
God damn it. We gonna take it there.
I got it right one time.
Yeah, right, one time.
Well, twice in a row. Right?
Twice in a row.
2 times. I was like, okay, do better. Other than that, it's been wrong.
We remember 08. Let me ask you, coming off of the Wild and Crazy and going into hanging with Mr. Cooper,
yeah.
How did that come about for you? One audition, one and done?
Yeah, no. It was like so again, it was a presentation. And it was a long process, man. I learned to be. I told you how I started with auditions. So for me, auditions, I loved auditions. It got to a point when I walk in the audition room,
here, come on.
No, and they be like, "Damn, can we get a job?" I laugh. Nope. No. Yeah, and I don't play either in the audition room. I don't do the laugh shit. I go in, I sign in, and I walk in the hallway. And I go around the corner, and y'all ain't because everybody in there on their shit. You walk in and just sit in that room trying to wait with everybody. Hey man, what are you doing today? I don't what these shoes you got on. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, he's up. You know, forgot everything. Talking to you and all this other shit. Shut the
Throw me off, nigga.
You know what I'm saying? I go out there, I concentrate, I get my thing, bam, 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 and you work the room.
Yeah.
When you're auditioning for something, no matter what it is, any job on every fucking scale, the people that are going to hire you want to know that you are a person that they want to be around.
Yes.
So you have to work the room.
That's the first thing.
Be it comedy, be it just being polite, there's plenty of ways to work somebody. We've seen bad movies and TV shows and terrible songs and all that. The motherfucker they hired, it's terrible, but they're real cool to be around. Or they or they this, or they that. I'm just saying there's a layer of that they doing that's making you go, well, that's why they got the damn job. That's where the couch, we talk about the couch, I was joking about her, but that's where the casting couch came from.
That is.
Like, she's gorgeous and she's the star.
Plus and a plus.
And you like to look at her, and that's enough, you know. Guys, all right, these niggas got jobs.
So, do you, yeah.
Somebody might.
Hanging Mr. Cooper, that was one and done. You got in there, did it, boom, you're on the show.
It was a process, though. No, I was just saying I was audition diet. So I think I auditioned a few times, then I booked that. Then it went to that. I was just sure. So this is the journey. This is the struggle. Everything wasn't just, he got it, he auditioned, he won, and this, and boom. Hanging with Mr. Cooper. I auditioned a couple of times, call back, another call back, book. Now you got a presentation. Shoot the presentation, off for a couple weeks. Hey, guess what? It's now a pilot. So you go reshoot the pilot. Pilot gets sold. A couple months go by. Guess what? Now we're going to series. All right, series. How many episodes are we shooting? 25 episodes. Oh, great, but you're not a series regular. What does that mean? That means you're not in every episode. You have 7 out of 13 episodes, which means you may be in half, and if they like you, they'll put you in more. Now, to me, it made me hungrier. I wasn't just a series regular. I had to fight every year. Season 1, I'm in half of the episodes. 2 and 3, the same. I'm in half of the episodes. A little more than half. I'm in a little more than what they guaranteed me. They said, all right, we got to put Irvin in this, a little boom, boom. And then the final 2 seasons, a brand new executive producer comes in, buys up the whole show for 2 straight seasons and made me a series regular. Now I'm finally a series regular on an ABC TGI Friday show. And runs for 2 seasons, and then bam, and then Smart Guy.
How was Mark Curry as
Dope,
a person,
mentor,
as a comedy?
Dude, great question. So Mark Curry, he taught me so much, which is dope, man, because, as we went through that whole process that I told you, this is how you shoot a series, a TV show back in the day, a regular sitcom. You get the script over the weekend. You read the script, okay, get ready. Monday is the table read. Show up on Monday, and it's just the whole cast sitting around a table, and then behind us is a row of executives and producers and they're just listening to us now talk out the script for the first time. And that's what Monday is, a table read. Finish the table read, everybody goes home. Boom. Tuesday, you come in and you start blocking. Blocking is the movement that you do. I walk in the door, I sit down on a chair, I read this line, then I walk over here, blah, 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 blah. And you work all of the scenes out on Monday. Tuesday, you do that again, but there may have been some casting changes, more people, whatever the case is, you do it again, boom, boom, boom. And then Wednesday, you do a run-through. Run-through is when you go through all of the scenes in a row, and the whole producers all sit there and they watch and they make their little notes. And you go to the next scene and they make their notes. Boom, boom. Thursday, you do it for the studio now. Now, the studio is like Warner Brothers, this and that, and the third, boom, boom, boom. Now, they're coming in and they're making their notes. Now, you take all those notes after the 4 days go, and then Friday comes and you have the live studio audience. The studio audience comes in and now you're really nervous. It's live. It's the studio audience. But you get to start over if you need to, or if you make a mistake. The thing about making a mistake with the live audience is you got to start all the way from the top of the scene. So the pressure is on to run that all the way from the beginning of the scene to the end. If you stop, let me get that line again. We got to start all the way over again, right? That was the process. So what I learned from Mark Curry was when we get the script over the weekend, make his notes. I didn't know he was a stand-up comedian. I didn't know he was dope like that and was rocking stages and cursing and doing all type of wild like this. Never knew that. So when Monday came rolling around, I would read the script. I'm just happy to just read the lines. My thing is, every line they give me, I got to make it the best it could possibly be. I may have a line that's not even a punchline. It may just be the setup joke. But that setup joke gonna be funny too. That setup line gonna be hilarious. I'm gonna find a way to say, where did you go? I'm gonna make, where did you go? Where did you go? I'm gonna do something, my voice something, and make it so they go, ooh, that's funny too. Let the audience laugh and then move on. But anyway, but what I learned from Mark Curry, he would just change the line. He would just flip the whole line this whole different way. Where did you go? He didn't even say that. And he said, I know you left. And when you came back, I was like, wait a minute, that's not even in the script. Hey, I'm like, you can just adapt like, and they're laughing. And I was like, oh, snap, that's how you improv, okay. And then I learned timing. When you read the script, it's just like this. Where did you go? I came back to the store. And when I came back from the store, you had just walked in. Okay, and action. Where'd you go? I don't know. Ha, 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 ha. What you mean I don't know? I don't know. You went to the store. The store? Yeah. And then you walked in. I was like, well, damn, that was dope. The way he said it and broke it down in little pauses, added humor to it. That's timing. I'm learning this on the go. Flash forward to about 5 years ago, we did one of his podcasts, and I sat down and he said, hey, man, it's good to see you again. Love you, bro. It's amazing, man. I always thought about you. You started this at a young age, and you had the best timing of a young man I've ever seen. And I said, I learned from you. I learned from you, Mark. And I told him that on this podcast. He laughed and said, oh, thanks for that compliment. I'm complimenting my ass. I think I was out on Thanksgiving, and I had 2 or 3 homeboys in the car, and we were driving through Sunset, and we pulled up into this nightclub, and I jumped out the car, and I looked, and I said, how much? I asked valet, I said, how much valet parking? He said, $50. To say that in like 90-something was insane. Like, nigga, we'll go park on the street. So I jumped back in the car, and we drove out, and we hit the corner. We hit another corner, and a cop car got behind me. And we hit another corner, and a cop car got behind me. And I was like, interesting. Then we hit the corner to get back in front of the club. And we left one of my friends there when I circled the block. We pulled back in the front, I opened the door, or my dude in the passenger seat opened the door. And he was like, get in, man. It was one of the 4 Broncos. I said, hop in. And the dude looked at me and looked at all the cop cars lying behind me and was like, I'm good. You just go ahead. And I looked in the rear, I was like, this. Closed the door, we drove 2 steps, and they said, whoop, 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 let us up. And I was like, driver, throw your keys out the car. Driver, shut off the engine. Driver, passenger, turn around, back up. Passenger, get out, back up. Driver, walk out, hands up, turn around. As soon as I turned around, it was like I was Michael Jackson. Everybody that didn't give normally was like, oh, that's that Cooper kid. They start throwing bottles at the cop car. They break in the cop car. I'm like, what the f? They take us around the corner, boom, 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 right? This is what they just did. Then they pulled us to the side and said, where's the gun? Could have started with that. It's under the mat in the back.
Yeah.
Takes the mat, takes us downstairs, but they got a busted window now. Thought they was and Rodney King us. They take us to the station and They're like, it's your gun, it's my gun. All right, we had 2 other friends, we're gonna let them go. All right, bet. Let them go. Charge me, book me for having a gun, whatever. I had the serial number, or whatever. I'm saying too much. So I get in. They searched the car and find 2 more guns. And my group of friends didn't know that you're supposed to leave the police station when they let you. They don't just stay hanging around. So they snatched them up. Oh, you're still here. Good. We found 2 more guns. Now we can charge you 2. And for 24 hours, it was hanging with Mr. Cooper Star, hanging in jail. Yeah. And I got a call from one person, Mark Curry. And he said, come to my house immediately. And after my brother bailed me out and called me out, I went to Mark Curry's house the next day, and he saved my entire career. And said, so Monday when you get to work, don't not say nothing and look head down and da-da. You want to get to work, you're gonna have to own up. What happened? Matter of fact, I don't think he even asked me. No. He didn't ask me what happened, why were the guns in the car, was it this, was y'all shoot, blah, blah. He just said, this is how you were going to save your career. And I said, yes, sir. And I got there, and it was amazing because what he said seemed so simple. I'm like, that ain't gonna happen. And I got to work. I just said, right before we started our table read, I stood up, I said, real quick, if you don't mind, I'd like to say something. It looked like this from everybody. They were so excited that I was gonna say yes. And I just poured my heart out, and sorry, and this and that, blah, 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 this boom, 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 it never happened again, blah, blah, blah. And what? They stood in line to come hug me and all. And it seemed simple, like, duh. But I wouldn't have done that if he didn't say that. Yeah. I'd have just came to work like, Y'all didn't see the news, did you?
Yeah. So
is it my turn?
So sidebar, were you a street? I mean, you was in, and this is LA. We might be.
So what I'm saying is, again, to kind of recap, when I talked about Leonardo and who I hung out with and who I was affiliated with, it was just that. Yes, the people that I had around me understood the assignment. They weren't, again, I try to stay off this soapbox because I look at these bad examples of people around you and it just, fucks me up. Like, what? Why? Like, my father actually said something that he got from the Godfather movie, and it was the dope shit ever. Think like the people around you think. And when you're let's just say it, Omar, when you're a leader of men, when you're an alpha dog, you have to think about everybody around you and how they're thinking. Make sure everybody's good. If that's your role, play that role. But make sure everybody's good. So who the f around you then? And as the people around you, if I try to think like them, why would I try to f that's the breadwinner? Why wouldn't I protect him at all fucking costs? Why would I put the camera on him and know that he's gonna f that bag, which is gonna f I'm eating off of too? It doesn't make sense. So was I the street nigga? I was definitely in the streets, yes. But I had people around me that understood an assignment.
Why didn't you? Why didn't you just tell him, before you got put over, like, hey, let me out? Because curious. I'm just curious.
As good as that was, because I was the driver.
So you let it out.
That's what I mean about the alpha dog shit. I wasn't like, hey, roll, I'll be in the back. Let's see what happens. When they said, passenger, get out, I'll be the first. No, that's my car. That's why I took the charge. It's all my guns. And they was. There wasn't everybody bought a pistol. I bought a hell of guns. Put one over here, put one over there. Because you never know. You got to be ready to take me out. If I start busting, there's one under your seat, there's one under your seat. You know what I'm saying?
So transitioning from hanging with Mr. Cooper into SmartGuy, how old were you?
So I always got to start over because my math ain't that good. At 12 years old, I did hang with Wild Crazy Kids. 12, 13, 14. No, 12, 13, 14. It was 12 to 15. 15 to 20 was hanging with Cooper. And then 3 years, so 21, 22, 23. Yeah, and then 24 was Baby Boy. Yep. So what was your first question?
How old were you when you were transitioning into SmartGuy?
So you keep using that word, transition. 21.
And real quick, before you get into SmartGuy, How was it for you to compete with Urkel over there on Family Matters?
That was fun. Yeah. So, and it was kind of cool because we were all in the same lot. We were on the Warner Brothers lot. We were in stage 9. They were in stage 10 right next door. So we was all hella cool. It was dope. For me, I wasn't the lead. So, that's how I categorize. If anything, it would have been Mark versus him, and it wasn't like, I got to figure something out. For me, I just got to keep my job. They kept bringing in new. That happened through my whole career, man. I'd be the one, and they bring other people around me, and blah, 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 and they keep interchanging parts. We had, when I started, it was just Irvin. Then the next time, boom, they brought in Marquise, the youngster. Then they brought in Raven Simone. Then they had George L'Amour and Chris something. They was like my little sidekicks, and then that died off, and it was just like, this we started with. Why do we keep putting around him? But it made me stronger, made me step my game up, you know what I mean? I kept competing and going, make the squad every time, no matter what I got to do,
What were your thoughts on Jaleel White over there doing this thing?
So Jaleel, man, that is the toughest part of being a successful as actor, being pigeonholed, being typecasted. That's all you could have the most money. This is your fucking role. It was meant to be, but forever. That's all we gonna see. And with Jaleel, as dope as he was in that fucking role, take the glasses on, take the glasses off, remove your eyes, it don't matter. You are fucking Urkel, man. And he tried his best. He did an alter ego character. And one of my other best friends was real close over there, and they were one of the writers and all that shit. And he told me all the stories of how hard he struggled with that. So that was, he tried his best, but he got paid a whole lot of money, so it's so hard to feel sorry for him. Aww. Cut the check. Go ahead.
All right. So transitioning from hanging with Mr. Cooper to Smart Guy, how old were you? 21.
21? What the hell?
21.
I didn't answer the question.
He jumped in. You know okay. Okay. So at 21, you're on Smart Guy and you have a co-star who's Jason Weaver. He's experiencing his own success, and we have questions about that. But
that's dope. Go ahead.
What was the girls like?
Which ones? What were we talking about?
The ones that were on you, honey.
I was 21. Wait a minute.
Yeah, because from you...
One girl in the room. Focus. Okay. Go ahead.
You started as a child star. You have a mom who is over you.
Shit, what?
So it's one lane, but now you're 21. You're doing your own thing.
Goddamn right.
What was the groupie energy like?
Hi.
Hello.
Hi. I took advantage too. I had fun. You gotta remember, this was before social media. Yeah. You can have 5 girlfriends in 5 different cities in the same state. Back then, what are they gonna do? They don't know. They'll call you when I get to a phone, baby. I just saw you and no, you didn't. There was no TMZ. What? How I made it without kids till 40 is a mystery.
That's my home.
Yeah, condoms, but I don't know. There's a serious side to it. I mean, my pops was never there. I mean, I'm a dope dad now in the sense of like whatever the I can be involved in, I am. But I also knew to wait till I was 40 so I could focus as much as possible. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, no, it was like that. I'm human. I fumbled. Destiny's Child was on Smart Guy.
Yes. It was. Opportunity missed or opportunity made or...
You know if it was made, I'll tell you that. Yeah, that's Jesus. And it was wild, too. There's so many things going on. I remember they invited her. And it was cool because on the show, you saw the performers on the show. If you've ever been to, let's just keep it Destiny's Child. If you've ever been to their concert, it's a different story. That's kind of like, with the comedians that do the sitcoms and then they do live stand-up. This isn't the ABC version, And they all told us, you need to come to our show. We had the Greek Theater tonight, and we didn't go to the show. Is there any other questions?
How was you with that bag at 21?
Oh, bad. Terrible. I went to Vegas every weekend. Love Vegas. It was too close. We went every weekend. I didn't know about the things I know now, but at the time, we was just like, I built half them hotels. What?
What was your game? What was your game of choice?
Then just goofy 21. That was it. That's the best way to. If you ain't counting cards, that's the best way to lose money.
What's the most money you ever blew in Vegas?
It's hard to. Damn, when you got to use different words like quantify. That's a lot of goddamn money. In one day, no. I've never been that bad. I know that's funny. I know. I can see your head twitching. I'm not gonna say the amount, but when I got out to Vegas one time, I had one of my best friends there, and I said, "Damn, the check didn't clear." And he said, "How much is the check?" And I said, "Damn, you're my best friend." I didn't know. But he said, "My dad can cover the check until you get here." And I'm like, "You can cover this check." And he's like, "Oh, my black friend, you don't understand." So there are others. It's just so much. No. He covered the check, and I left that check in Vegas. Anyway, next.
Yeah. On Smart Guy, this is you're on there with the Mowry.
I was thinking about
Tia and Tamara.
He was like, "I'll cash it for you." I was like,
What's his name? The young
Tia and Tamara. Yep.
What's his name?
Tahj Mowry.
Taj. Yes, I'm sorry.
Tahj. Yes.
I don't know where he is.
Oh,
now.
we got some fun stuff about Tahj. Let's talk.
Yes. How was that working with Taj and knowing his sisters over there, like really running it up? Were y'all like, was it like we gotta beat?
No, super humble.
Okay.
Y'all gotta understand. I don't know. It seems like there's rivalries and this and that, but not amongst. We don't give a shit. It was all fun. Plus, we were all kids, man.
Yeah.
The only awkward was when they didn't realize I was nowhere near as educated as them. They said the Harlem Renaissance, and I was like, "Oh, was that on a show?" And they were like, "What the fuck is wrong with you? You don't know what the Harlem Renaissance is?" And I was just like, "You square bitch." I don't know. For me, I'm just like, I don't give a about the Harlem Renaissance. But to them, that's how they judged if you were cool or not. And I was just like, no, that's why I don't hang with y'all. I'll be with the I don't give a
Workplace relationships.
That's a good. I got quite. Had a couple of those. Not as many as I wanted, but I had a couple of those.
Anyone you could talk about?
Yeah, the one that's known, Baby Boy. So what happened was, when you have to look at the bottle, like, did you give me that drink? I was like, wait a minute, is there enough in there? No, okay, I didn't get that. Jesus. No, what happened was, I was single-ish. I had my fun, man. Young man, I was in condoms. And I met a girl and through a friend and was like, And then I got a call from John Singleton and he said, I got this script for you. I made your brother a star. I want to make you a star. And I'm like, I'm already a star. He said, no, movie star. I said, oh. And he said, I'm going to send you this script. When I read the script, I was like, wait a minute. How'd you? Nah. Okay. What made you think of me in this script? And then he told me the story there, and I won't get all sidetracked and shit. But I was motivated, and I got in shape. Started getting in shape. I was 24 years old. Nothing to get in shape. Lose 20 pounds a weekend. And then I saw this girl again, and she was just like, hey, I see you getting in shape. And I was like, oh, shit. You know, for me, she was out of my league. Out of my league in the mind of like, I got to work for this. Like, I got to go after, hey, baby, this, no. You know, she was just coming on to me. I was like, oh, okay. And then I went to go for the table read for this movie, and she was outside walking in. And I was like, oh, what you doing here? She's like, oh, I got casted to be Snoop Dogg's girlfriend. And I'm like, Snoop Dogg don't got a girlfriend in this shit. You better not be my girlfriend. It's going to be trial, you know. And lo and behold, she sat her right next to me, and it was a combination. For me, it was a lot of, like I said, you know where my head was at. It was lust. I didn't know her, but she looked spectacular. She was one of them. I had a whole fucking table, and she was, you got to cut them loose. They cut. I'm with you. Like, I cut. That's it. We done. It's right here. And with her, she was younger than I was, and was looking more for a protector. Because everybody was just like, but she wasn't really like that. She was one of them, you know, careful. She was one of, some women are just, they develop too early and they may look like it, but that's not what they're about. And she just looked like she's thinking, what? You could put on just sweats and it looked like she got on something, what? And but I'm a alpha, I'm a protect. That's how I am anyway. So I didn't know if we was really gonna hook up. I was just flirting and talking. But she was like, yeah, where you going? All right, I got you. You know, niggas, what's that? I'm like, no, that's me. And she playing my girlfriend in the movie. So for a lot of it, it was just me trying to protect her and be, cool, boom, boom, boom. And then one thing led to another.
Man, trailer.
And when they said cut, we just kept going for like a couple of years.
Trailer.
Right.
Nah,
she's a good girl, man. And that was that's what was kind of, and then I was like, ooh. But it was me, I'm different type of dude, especially at that time.
John Singleton, the role you played, was that the role he wanted for you? It wasn't for Tyrese's role or anything of that nature?
He wrote it for Tupac.
He wrote it for Tupac.
Not my role.
Yeah,
Tyrese's role. He wrote the lead for Tupac. My role, he never told me. I never heard a story of who he wrote it for, but anyone that's seen the movie knows that is a real person. That I've met several versions of Sweet Pea in my life. And the cool thing is, for me, I had to develop the role. This is the cool. So I get the call, and I'm just living a life, coming off a smart guy. Money's not an object. House full of people. This and that. Blah 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 blah. I get the call. Hey, we'll do this movie. Okay, cool. What? I can tell some other some street shit. I'll just say this. The thing about Baby Boy is, again, we've touched on it a lot throughout the day, where was I a street dude? Am I a street dude? This type of thing and this and that. Yeah. This is comfortable for me, right? This makes sense to me. But if I walk in here and start talking, I may want to just be the one to or blah, 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 this like, we got you. Or if go down and go down. And if we don't win, now it's time to do this, I can't be a part of that. I just can't. I have to know what I have to protect. So I couldn't do the retaliation shit. I always was there for the confrontation shit, but couldn't do the extra. Right? And God works. Well, again, I could talk about what happened and this and that, and it was like, we gonna get him, and we didn't, God got him. And it was just like, oh, right? Then I get the script where I get to be the call, and we get to go do this shit. What? So I was so ready that when I got there, I did the audition. I remember the audition. I walked in, I had a tank top on and some jeans, and I'm just, hey, John, he's like, nice to meet you. He said, okay, you look good, man. I was like, yeah, I lost some weight. You know what I'm saying? He's like, yeah, you look good. All right, let's read. And we read the script, and I was like, what? I'm just loud and doing all this shit. He saw something, but he was like, okay. I leave the audition, and I don't hear for a month. A month later, I get a phone call, middle of the night, boom, boom, boom. All right, what's up? It's my mom calling, still my manager. Hey, you got the part. I was like, what part? He said, remember that movie with John Singleton? And da-da-da? Oh, what? Yeah, okay, yeah. So I'm excited. I get to the rehearsal, boom, boom, boom. Angel, we meet the boom, 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 boom. We start rehearsing. We did a couple rehearsals. It was all right. But then at the end of one rehearsal, it goes, hey, good rehearsal. It looks at me dead in my eyes and say, some of us need to step it up, though. All right, see y'all tomorrow. So I go home, I feel like, what the is that all about? And it made me focus. I was all cocky, young, but I wasn't locked in. So I came in the next day, and I think I've told the story on many interviews where I got into the fight with Ving Rhames because I was just so fired up that I was locked in, right? So after that, I still wasn't all the way there, but they were like, you locked in now, this is dope. But you're yelling. Loud in the room ain't the room, not gonna talk. You gotta internalize all that you feel. You got all these things in your personal life that's happened. You wanna prove people. People are walking up going, hey man, I hear you doing Sweet Pea and Baby Boy. I said, yeah, man. They're like, good luck, man. Saying it to my face, I'm going, all right. I can't wait to show these movies. So when you watch that movie, no, that nigga was like, oh, I can't wait to fucking show these niggas. What? But I didn't know how to do it without yelling. And they were like, close your mouth. And I was like, what do you mean, like this? Yeah. You want to fuck this nigga head off? Yes.
Wait. No, wait.
Exactly. And I was like, oh, shit. And then I got it. It feels to me like it's that, and then it's the eyes. It felt like Rocky III when they lost to Clubber Lang. took him to the real gym, and Paulo said, see these niggas? Look at their eyes, nigga. That's the eye of the fucking tiger. That's what you gotta have. And that shit happened with me and Big Cat from 60 Crip. The nigga said, you coming to my hood, nigga. And I came to his hood, and he was like, look, you with me, so you good. However, if some shit pop off, don't be no fucking weenie. That, you tell a nigga 24 years old that, right? I knew common sense. I told you, king of common sense. Don't try nothing. But if a nigga, what? And nothing happened. But it was dope to just, it was just like, this ain't my hood. This is niggas. I ain't never met these niggas. But everybody had a calm, just, yeah, nigga. You knew every one of the motherfuckers will fuck you up in a minute, nigga. But they weren't going, hey, nigga, I'll fuck you up. They was sitting there just being them. And you look, I said, I'm going, oh, shit. And then you breathe that shit in. And once I locked all of that shit in, every time they said action, it was fucking easy because it was just, it was me, but calm the fuck down. Like you got to keep yourself in check. So, but this is the look. And that was the acting part of it.
So on the famous scene, you know, you get Tyrese's bike back. Chin up, nigga.
Yeah.
You got to take us through that because you're building, you're in your method acting. So well, did you really punch these young niggas?
This is the lead up. So I got to tell you a little bit of stuff.
Okay,
so
yeah,
I went out, I was at a pool party near my actual house in the valley. And me and one of my partners went over to this pool party and we get there and there's a bunch of cats that have a problem with us for some other shit that I think the files are sealed. That I can't talk about. But the thing is, they tried to jump us, you know. But they was younger than us. It was some little niggas. It was some real life little nigga shit. And it was like, it was really like some time, what you gonna do? But they was some little punk ass little niggas. Like they had a gun and they like blindsided my nigga, knocked this nigga on the ground. And I'm turning around, ready, boom, boom. But this nigga looked dead. So now I'm holding him blood. Like it was fucked. And that was you can't do nothing. We got this and God got it. And that's how the situation ended. And I just had to eat that. That's what one of my niggas got to, bam, what the fuck? And then I get this fucking script and I get this fucking scene. What? Let me tell you something. In rehearsals, I beat this nigga with the belt with my belt and tried to miss him and hit him every single time. Oh, shit. I tried to miss this nigga. I was swinging like this in my mind, nigga. He came knocking on my trailer. We was talking about the trailer. He said, Mr. Omar, can you try not to fuck me up with that belt? And they literally built a foam belt for me to use in the actual scene. So that because they like, this nigga ain't gonna be able to pull these punches. Because I'm coming from a real place, my nigga. I got a belt? Huh. Anyway.
When you read the scene where you kill Snoop, like,
I was locked in. I mean, I didn't know Snoop. It wasn't that where it was. The dope shit about Snoop, he was the first one, he was the first OG in LA to validate what I was doing on set. I remember I was driving off the lot. I'm leaving and he pulled up and said, hey, cuz, you doing your shit, my nigga. I was like, oh, thanks, man. I couldn't even, that was it. That's all he gave me. But that's all I needed. You know what I mean? We was pretty locked in. I mean, he was always a cool motherfucker, man. It was hard to be mad at that nigga. Always smoking, always drinking. And the crazy thing too, I was on this health shit because I had to lose all this weight and get all ripped up and shit. But I was smoking and drinking every fucking day. Until my trainer was like, okay, stop it here because we're gonna do this and da-da-da-da. So I had to do that. But I remember the scene we had to shoot him, that nigga stepped off the motherfucking thing. He passed me. I said, my nigga, oh shit, no, nigga, we on the set. And it's no bullshit. He tried to pass it to John, and John was like, I don't do that shit.
Yeah. So no matter where Snoop is, he gonna smoke.
Oh, no matter what. I did a whole play with him. We was in churches, all type of shit. Motherfuckers don't turn him down. They let that nigga smoke every fucking where, bro.
So the Vin Rain scene where he's naked in the kitchen. What was that about? Was that improv? Like,
I don't know. I wasn't there.
Well, like when you seen it in the movie, like, nigga, who?
Yeah, you know what's so funny about Baby Boy on the whole? Everybody always says one thing about it. That movie was funny as fuck. It was hilarious. It was funny. And we go, what the fuck? We didn't do a comedy. Yeah. We was playing this shit real. Not at one time while I was out there shooting that scene And then nigga said, you should sell this dress. And I said, nigga, I know what I want to sell. And everybody in the theater laughed. Ah, I'm looking like, the fuck are they laughing at? I was locked in. Everybody was locked in. That scene was the only time you know the nigga was making. I mean, like, we gotta have some humor in here somewhere, nigga. Take your drawers off. I don't know. That's the only thing I can think of. I have no idea.
The $40 scene was funny.
Which one?
$40.
$40? Oh, the little gay dude. Yeah.
That's funny.
That, yeah, but even that though, I mean, you tell that was something that he just said that made it funny. But there was a lot of funny shit, especially to us though. We gotta laugh before we cry.
So previous to Baby Boy, you know, your public image was a little different. Smart Guy, you know, you were the pretty boy bestie. You know, hang with Mr.
John
Cooper.
Singleton. Go ahead.
After Baby Boy, were you treated differently? Was the public perception on you different?
Oh my God. That's what I owe that dude everything, man. It's because, now this is the crazy thing. In the 90s, when you did sitcoms, it's comedy. It's vaudeville. It's animation. It's Urkel. It's hang on, Mr. Cooper. It's what, niggas? No, all that, blah, blah. You do all this animated type shit. So when you go out for a serious role, they're not taking you serious. You know what I mean? Even if, this is the fucked up part, even if you do well in the audition for that role, I would go kill it. I'd always been doing drama and serious at the same time. Because like I said, I started off, you know, I did like a play here and there. I was rapping, boom, boom, boom. I did a talent show, this and that. I would do plays in high school, and then throughout school, and then in my senior year in high school, I won first place in a drama festival doing Shakespeare, double monologue. Don't even ask, I don't remember none of that shit. But I was doing Shakespeare, a comedy and a drama, and won first fucking place. So I knew I could do both. Same time, I was always like, oh, that motherfucker didn't do that shit, it's crazy, this and that. I'm only saying that because I was always good at doing drama as well as doing comedy, but I wouldn't get the roles. They would be like, man, great job. And I go to my agent like, yeah, how'd it go? Shit, that shit was great. They were like, oh, they went with somebody else. Oh, they went with this person. You know, I also lived through the era where they was giving a lot of roles to rappers. A lot of roles. I'd be like, God damn, really? Ja Rule won that? Really? Like, you know what I mean? Like, there was a lot of niggas getting all this shit, and I was like, these motherfuckers. And then, and Baby Boy just pushed it through. You know, I even did the thing that he said he saw was a TV movie for TNT called Freedom Song about the first sit-ins in Mississippi. You know what I mean? And I put that on my Instagram, man. At Omar Gooding. Follow me Instagram, man. Omar Gooding. And you scroll down, you'll see, and that's me and Jason Weaver. And Jason Weaver, we go way back, man. I was, you know, especially as when you first start off in the business, you do a lot of television. My brother did a lot of television that a lot of people don't even remember. Who remember the show called 227?
Yep.
Amen. Amen.
Amen. Come on.
Saint Elsewhere, Hill Street Blues, MacGyver. My brother's been in all that shit. He did a spinoff from MacGyver called like The Brothers or some shit. I think it went like one season and whatever. It wasn't called The Brothers. It was it sounds racially fucking driven, but it was three brothers that were in it, that were in the thing and some of yeah, man, and I did a lot of TV too, man. And what was it we were going before that?
So wait, hold on. So for Baby Boy, I'm curious, you have a line in there that go like no, I'm not gonna call y'all bitches. I'm gonna call y'all unstable creatures. Was that an ad-lib line? Was that in the script?
Go ahead for this one.
And tell us, how did that? Was that already in there, or did you just?
I wish he was alive for many reasons, but so that it could be like he's not just saying that because he's dead. John Singleton is one of the purest writer-directors you will ever hear about. This nigga wrote every line. Now, I don't know who wrote it while we weren't looking.
Yeah.
But he was one of those writer-directors. You stuck to the script, nigga. I may throw in a nigga or a bitch or some shit like that. But that nigga, he let you ad-lib during the rehearsals. The shit where I talk about fighting, being raped and shit, that was in the rehearsals. Then you can just do whatever you want. I was getting all type of shit off my chest. But once he writes the script, you locked in. Yeah. He wrote all that. And then we did the prayer, but that was your prayer, nigga. I know it. Nope. He did it. He actually, here's a fun fact about the movie. I was telling this earlier. We screened the movie when it was originally first shot for a couple of audiences, and they kept saying that we're killing Snoop Dogg for no good reason and too brutally. So we did reshoots where we only shot him in the leg, and then we did the end part, blah, 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 blah. The first time, we lit his ass up. We did. We lit him up, and we didn't have real good reason to. Like, okay, he stayed at the homegirl's house, blah, blah, blah. But why am I over here busting at this nigga? Because he's at the homies had to, like, knock it off. So we added the drive-by scene and the prayer. All that shit was added later so that we had a reason to go shoot his ass down.
What follows you the most? What line from that movie, like, when people see you, they might quote?
I would say Unstable Creatures, but it's not. It's more, in a long tally, probably Unstable Creatures. No, it's not that. Well, that's probably at the top. That's probably at the top. Because it was just, it was John's writing, bro. I don't know, ain't nobody else came forward to be like, I wrote that line. But as far as I know, this nigga, he was so good at coming with original content type lines. And he was a icon maker, you know. He'll take you from one lane and put you. How many rappers has he made an A-lister? How many unknowns has he made, given an entire career to? It's fucking phenomenal.
Was it your idea to go bald for the?
Now that's interesting. I said, my hair grew so fast, I just shaved my head. And then I said, hey, by the way, do you think I should have like braids? Or should I go bald? And he said bald. And I was like, good. Because if not, I'm going to start letting this shit grow. But initially when he called, I swear to God, just put on the tank top, shaved my head, started new push. The next morning, niggas was like, oh, shit, you look like... Anyway.
There's a movie you're in right now.
Oh, shit.
Well, not right now, but...
Here's the second half. Stay tuned for the second half of the interview.
Yeah, with Cameron.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead. Ask your question.
Yeah, go ahead. What's the name of that movie for those who don't know?
Percentage.
Percentage.
The dope shit about Percentage, it was dope on a lot of levels, man. It's not the East Coast baby boy, but it's got that feel to it. Because you got a rapper as the lead. I play, the best friend type of dude, and we go through our scenarios. Ving Rhames is also in that.
Yeah.
Ving Rhames taught me some shit about how to handle yourself as a professional in the sense of don't let them get away with no bullshit. They promised him some money. He worked, that money, boom, that nigga went back in the trailer. So are we done with the scene? They said, no, we just gotta figure some shit out real quick. That nigga didn't leave that trailer, nigga, to that, it wasn't Cash App back then. A suitcase walked in and then he walked right out like, we're ready now. I said, damn, OG. But he was real, he's real business minded, man, which I fucking dig. Just in the sense of how to handle your fucking business. Don't let nobody just take advantage of you. Like I was talking about earlier with the fucking kids, but go ahead.
And real quick, to go back, you got paid right around $100,000 for Baby Boy.
I said that in an interview. My mom called me like, what, nigga? It was less than 2, though. It was less than 2.
Less than 2.
I was just like, I thought it was only this. Like, nigga, that's what you got.
What are your thoughts? Because
I was 24 by then.
You signed the dotted line. You're probably getting paid more for TV shows, but you don't know what the movie's going to be.
Yeah.
For what you got paid, are you...
Well... No, now that's interesting. Now that's a good, see? Because, I mean, man, that shit is tough, bro. Like, you gotta understand the color of our skin plays a factor so much, bro. And there is a point where you think, fuck, is this the most I can get? Can I hold out? Or will they just get another nigga? It's such a thin line. So, when you in a lane where I'm the best what I can do, nigga, go get somebody. You ain't gonna find nobody better than me. But again, they'll just do it. Yeah. You know what I mean? They will. You're like, I didn't think you was gonna take that bluff. Bring the 100 back. I'll take the 100.
Yeah, a lot of niggas bluff.
Yeah. But anyway, I mean, that's not just being funny, but being real. So that's in the back of your mind. But in the front of it is, and this is the fucked up part, a lot of these it's gonna be hard to get an agent. A lot of these agents and managers, man, it's crazy, bro. They really are the bosses of a lot of these A-listers. They can't do what they don't say they can do. You understand what I'm saying? Back then, when I was getting jobs, it was just like, how much am I getting paid? We're still working that out. It's not, well, this is their offer. Do you want to take it or do you want me to go back and get more? No, nigga. Because they know the more that they get for you, the more they get for themselves. They're only getting a percentage. So they're going to get the most they possibly can. Maybe. Or maybe they got 2 other clients that are getting some money and they said, cool, let's get this nigga that and give my other niggas that. They're going to get that money over there. You don't know who's working. Well, you don't know what's going on behind closed doors. That's the real shit. I can do all this talking and cracking jokes, but the real shit is you don't know what the fuck is going on when you are not there in the room. You know what I mean? Relationships. I got bad relationships with people like BET. All these baby boy reunions. You ain't seen me on one? How many BET award shows have you seen? You ain't seen me on one. However, I've been in 70% of the films that you. I got a bad relationship and that ain't my fucking fault. I probably had a bougie ass, weirdo ass representative that was like, he's not flying coach. Bitch, I fly coach at the BET Awards. Just get me on the plane. None of my other clients ain't going. They all white. Bitch, put me on the goddamn plane. Talk to me, BET, I'll fly. Not no more. But at the time, I probably would have flew coach. You don't know what happens when you're not fucking there. They fucked that shit off. They fumbled that bag. I met so many motherfuckers like, damn, it's wild that you turned that offer down. Nigga, what offer? Oh, no, I'm saying, I offered you all this and look at this offer. I'm like, the fuck? When did this go in? Now I'm calling people like, what the fuck was this? Oh, it's not worth your time. Look, I've heard a bad. Now I'm calling the lawyer and saying, I need you to fire this stupid motherfucker. Now I gotta go look for representation. And while I'm looking for a new agent, I'm missing out on other shit because they don't know where to fucking find me. And around we go.
Your thoughts on Taraji P Henson when she complained about her Color Purple pay?
I love her.
Yeah, but I say, speak on Taraji's.
Beautiful woman.
Speak on her as a.
So nice.
Yeah.
Next question.
Oh shit. Okay.
The pride. Look. Okay. No, I did say this in one of my stand-up routines, and I understand. But it's if I could give her any word, Taraji, she knows this. Yeah, I'm not gonna give away too much. Look, the point is, I bet you she's getting paid more now. I bet you it worked. That's all I'm gonna say about it.
So staying in the pocket of like contracts and agents, Blake Lively, who plays Lady Deadpool in the new Deadpool movie, did an interview and she stated that the most important thing she learned in Hollywood was get it in writing, no matter how small or big the promise or the statement is. Because, back when she was doing Gossip Girl, they promised her she could stay in school, but she didn't get it in writing. So do you agree? Do you agree with her? No matter how big or small it is, it could be you gonna have 7 waters in the trailer. Get it in writing.
Sure. But at the same time, don't be comfortable just because you have it in writing. That's the problem. I was talking about this as well too. I'm about to start to see if my phone's being tapped because I was talking at the bar about the same shit. I've seen shit in writing, and then when I go to the lawyers and say, "Don't we have this in writing?" and they go, "Yeah, but." Whatever happens after but, I don't give a fuck. What you mean, yeah, but? Well, you have to know because and then we have to, and then from what I've heard and so forth and so on. Bitch, this is a cut. Okay. So, yeah, I mean, of course, yes, get it in writing, but again, don't be satisfied with it just being in writing.
You've been in a lot of movies. So I'm sure you've worked with a lot of actors. Mm-hmm. How do you deal with a person who can't act?
Edit around them. No.
I was in the movie. What happened?
Honestly, it's interesting. So acting is a skill set when you can call upon it at will. Acting is like crying. Everybody can cry, but only some of us can cry on cue. If someone can't act, then I need to get them comfortable. I need to talk to them. I need to act a little bit more or better or whatever. You know what I mean? I got to overcompensate. Oh, this nigga's trash. So you need to take most of the lines. You know, you gotta do a little bit more. Get the nigga comfortable. Why are you talking like that? You relax? You good? Okay. All right, you ready? Action. Yeah, say the line again. All right. Yeah. Oh, that was so natural. Y'all had good chemistry. Yeah, because I got the nigga, I had to lock in with the motherfucker and get him a, you know what I mean? Motherfucker, I can't act for shit. No, you can't act for shit? No, motherfucker, I'm terrible. Okay. Oh, shit.
Nigga.
Where were you going? Nowhere, sir. I was in the car. Is there anything in the car? Of course not. You start acting your motherfucking ass off. If it's necessary, you can tap into it if you know what I mean? So somebody can't act, you know, you can go through it, but that's what good directors do. The real good directors don't cast them in the first fucking place, but in the world that we live in, like I said, they may have gotten the job for other reasons. Now I'm stuck with this motherfucking non-active bastard, and I gotta make it look like we doing a good scene. So people say, Omar, whatever you do, this shit is good. Yeah, the scenes I'm in.
Yeah.
I can't control what you say.
All right, so speaking of acting, this is the part where we bring in Cuba. And with Cuba and his acting roles. But first of all, do you ever get mistaken for Cuba, your brother?
Ignorantly, but yeah. But I mean, in a sense where they say the wrong name.
Okay.
Then I'm gonna be like, oh my. Glad I stopped myself. That was funny. I hope I remember what I was gonna say. I'm gonna say that on stage later, get paid for it. But no, I'll be like, oh, I love you. Yeah, oh man, say your famous line. Oh, which one? Like unstable creature? No, show me the money. I'm like, bitch, wrong brother. Wrong brother.
How many times have people put Junior on you?
Oh, sweet God. At least I know why. Like, I get the thinking. Every time I try to, like I said, think about how people around you think. Well, this guy's name is Sammy Davis Jr. and his brother's name is Tom. Oh, it's Tom Davis Jr. Like, no. But I get how you would think that might be the case. But that's not how it works, black people.
What is your...
I say black people, but it's true. Only black people get it wrong. There's not one white person that's like, hey, it's Omar Gooding Jr. Not one.
What is your favorite?
Just the truth.
What is your favorite Cuba movie? Your personal favorite?
Me? Gladiator.
Oh yeah, man, that's a classic.
And you know why?
If anybody's seen it, go watch it. If ain't nobody seen it.
Yo, you know why? Because he's my big brother, 10 years older than me, and I know that he can fight. Hence, the most ass whoopers I've taken with this motherfucker. This nigga did a movie called Boys in the Hood, where he was just acting his ass off. I could tell that story. Yeah. And
he was punching the air. I remember Boys in the Hood.
I'll tell it. Let it be told. It can't be told unless it's told. So my brother did this movie, Boys in the Hood, and he had this emotional scene where he's crying and punching and swinging at the air.
Yeah.
A few years later, him and I get into it. Now I'm grown. I'm the little nigga you beat up, nigga. I'm a grown ass fucking man. Yeah. And nigga's like, I'm on my way. And he pulled up and we squared off and he saw his little brother and it fucked him up. We didn't start fighting. I was just standing there like, what, nigga? And he looked at me and was like, this nigga, and turned from me. He turned his back. And he started, not crying, but he was just like, fuck. And then he just and then he started crying a little bit. And when he was crying, I didn't touch him. And no, you know what I mean? It was just one of those things where it was just emotion as a man. And he was crying like, my little brother, like, motherfucker. And he sounded just like he sounded in Boys in the Hood. And I was like, wait the fuck a minute. This nigga isn't acting. He's not creating some shit. He's like living the fucking moment.
Wow.
This nigga isn't fake crying and action. No, he just starts crying. So you don't know him. If you ever meet him and some fucked up shit happens and for some reason nigga's crying, he's gonna sound just like he did on that fucking movie. Yeah. I was just like, I tried to make it funny. But I was just like, nigga, are you acting now or was you acting then? And when I see people ask him, nigga, do you cry? How do you cry? He always just goes, fuck yourself. You don't know, you don't know. And there's different types of acting. And this is the thing, I'm serious. This is the thing, because I've done two now, movies where I actually cry.
Yeah.
The second one, I figured out how to tap into it like a superpower, But the first time was the movie I talked about earlier, AM Radio. Yeah. And there was so much heavy shit going on in the fucking world that I just released on camera. And it was like, the cool thing about it, this is the crazy shit. The cool thing about it is, after they said, and cut, I was like, woo! I was like, everyone was clapping and shit. I was like, that was dope. I was like, shit. And they was like, it was cool. I was like, shit, I'm glad you was recording that, nigga. All right. They said, you want to do another take? I said, shit, I don't know what's left, but let's try it. And they said, action again. And I was like, nah, it was running again. I was like, what the fuck? And I was able to like turn it on. And then when it was done, turn. But I've worked with actors that go to a dark fucking place. They watch movies of dead babies and shit. They get in the dark. I'm like, ugh, I don't want to do that. Yeah. They really get into this spot and they go there and they need a minute and they say, and cut. And they're just like, leave me alone. I was like, the fuck? Who wants to do that shit? And so it was interesting to see that there's levels to the shit in that regard. Like again, the first time when the COVID shit, I kind of just, it happened. And then the second time in this movie, there hasn't ended out News Cycle. Y'all gonna see this News Cycle. That's the new shit too. Look out for News Cycle. Shout out my nigga Roger Green. There's some organic moments in there, but I was able to just like turn it on and turn it the fuck off. What was the original question?
Yeah, no, hey, goddamn it. Yeah, we're talking about Baby Boy, but no, hey, I'm curious. What are your thoughts on Marlon Wayne's impression on? I
wanted to fight him. I'm that dude. Like I made a whole.
It wasn't Marlon. It was the other Wayne's brother. But
it was in drinking the juice in the mouth.
It was Sean Wayne's punching the air.
And it was punching the kids.
Punching the kids.
Very funny and very on point, especially with Lawrence Fishburne being the dad and how close they were in age and shit like that. And then they played another movie where they was peers. It was fucking hilarious.
Fucking crazy. So, go ahead.
No, I thought you was gonna ask about something else, but this is why I gotta switch gears. Go.
Have you ever had to borrow some money from your brother?
Of course. What? Yeah, yes. He used to say yes. And he got to one spot, he was just like, no, nigga, no. I was like, damn, nigga, I said I'd give it right back. I get paid on with the residuals, nigga. I'm in Vegas. Can you just meet me at Western Union, nigga? No. Fuck. All right, I guess I'm done. I'm done for the night. I'm done. No, but I've had some spots for sure. And I'd be like, yo, nigga, let me just get, goddamn it. He was always good. And he was just like, no, nigga, knock it off.
The actor of Snowfall, Damon.
Damon Haskell.
Yeah, he said he had to channel. He prayed to the devil.
Jesus is Lord. Did he really say that shit?
He said he prayed to the devil.
He really said that shit?
He really said that.
He had to pray to the devil
because there was a scene that he had to invoke extreme emotion, like it be in a dark place. And he said,
"You're getting interviewed now. What do you mean pray to the devil?"
He asked the devil to fill him
because that's his.
No.
For that scene.
Oh no, he doesn't always rule. Let me just. It's kind of like the gay rule with men, nigga. You suck a dick once. Okay, go ahead.
But he's
just one time I worship the devil, not all the time. Go ahead. So what's the question? Fuck? No, it's probably the answer, but go ahead anyway. The fuck? Have you ever had to play the Satan? Baby Boy wasn't that tough. It's not as hard as it looked.
I'm not gonna lie. I just said that so you can have a reaction.
That's funny. I ain't never heard that. He really said that shit? Oh, okay. Oh, you made that part up?
Yeah.
No. Yeah.
Wouldn't that be some wild shit? Okay.
Yeah, wait. Hold on, Mark. I gotta ask. When Cuba did radio.
Hey, so okay, go ask your question.
No, I gotta get your take because you're an actor at this time too.
Yeah, no, I got a lot of funny shit to say about that.
Yeah,
so
like
look,
give me. Yeah,
So look, the thing about radio, it's funny and it's deep. I'll leave the glasses on. The funny and the deep is it was me, my sister, and my mom at the fucking premiere, and we're watching it, and me and my sister are rolling. Every scene is hilarious to us. And my mom is just like disturbed. She doesn't even want to look at the screen at times. But we thought it was the funniest
They gonna
shit
kick y'all
ever.
at the theater.
I didn't understand until I had kids while my mom was upset.
Oh man!
Because you got to think about it. That's her child, and if when you have kids, the first thing you want is them to be healthy. And y'all still giggling, but it's true. So she couldn't watch it because she was just like, shit, that's my worst fucking fear. Us, we was like, nigga, that nigga looked hilarious. When he ran in the shed and fell, we was like, ah! Why are we the only ones laughing? He's not really like that. The other thing is absolute, and another thing that I didn't realize when I was watching the movie at the premiere is how fucking difficult it is to portray that role.
Oh, man.
You've fucked around and played mentally challenged. Do it for real and believable and go. I tried it. And it's when I learned how much better of an actor he was. You know, I've been everywhere. Anyway, I've been in a lot of places. And I've seen a lot of people. And a good amount of people say things to me that they don't truly think out, but they just say it because it's how they feel. Like, man, you are a great actor. You're better than your brother. I like you more than I fuck with your brother. And when they say that to me, I go, thank you. I don't give them the long spiel because you're a stranger, nigga, keep it moving.
Yeah.
But I can imagine what they tell my brother. I could imagine the shit that motherfucking strangers walk up. Yo, little brother. So I tried it. I went on an audition and it was the same type of role. And I went, that's the same thing I thought, radio. Fucking kill this shit. And I went in there. This is really one of the lowest parts of my career. I went in and I tried my fucking best, and I was like, I can't not make it funny if I tried to say what I did. But I did the scene, and they were laughing like y'all are laughing.
Oh, man.
And it's not a comedy.
Oh, my God.
And they're trying not to laugh.
Oh, man.
Good, thank you for coming in, Mr. Gooding. Well, we'll call you.
Oh, man.
I close the door, all I hear is laughter. I'm like, what the fuck? I never tried that shit again. It's a different level. Especially when you can make it look easy.
Yeah.
When you can make it like, I think I'll do that shit. Try it. Anything you've seen an Oscar winner or better do, try it. I don't care if it's training day.
Yeah.
I'll do that shit. Okay, try it. Get it, everything about it. I remember when I watched Training Day the first time and I was just like, that shit was dope. And then he won an Oscar and I was like, really? For that? Then I watched it again. And I was like, wow. Yeah. My brother won for Jerry Maguire. Same feeling. I went, congratulations. I mean, they weren't giving out Oscars back then to black folk. I'm just excited that he won it. Then I watched it again and cried at the end when he was like, my best in the quad. I was like, why am I emotional? Nigga, that shit was dope. Cause this nigga won $1 million. What? This brother making this, and it was a happy emotional.
Yeah.
And I went, that's a dope ass feeling. At the premiere, I was just laughing with everybody and doing my own shit. When I got to watch it at home and I saw it, when he got excited and cried at the end, I was like, nigga, yeah, he got the contract. I'm like, you need an Oscar. Oh shit, he did win. That shit was some strong shit. It's a different level, I'm telling you.
I felt the same way when I seen Jerry Maguire. I was wondering why, out of all the movies, why did that win an Oscar? I don't know who else was up that year, but I'm like,
Jerry Maguire?
Why?
He really did that good of a job, bro. You know why I know he did that good of a job? He was up against somebody that he was not supposed to beat. Go back in time. Go get an internet. Ed Norton.
From American History X.
Not Primal Fear. Was it called Primal Fear? No, not American History X. No, Primal Fear, I believe. No, was it Primal Fear? Yeah, Ed Norton, he had a split personality. It's one of the best things. Was it Primal Fear? Yeah. Did you see that fucking movie? Watch it again. The only reason that dude didn't win an Oscar is because my brother won. We knew he was going to. Matter of fact, he won the Golden Globe. Usually when you win a Golden Globe, you're like, oh, now you win an Oscar. That nigga won the Golden Globe, I was like, got to. That movie was so good. You're watching the whole movie and you're just like, yeah. Oh, shit. And he changed and was like, you got me, and starts clapping. You're like, oh, that's the best shit I've ever seen in my life. And then my brother wins. And I said, well, damn, there's a God.
There's a God. What changed in your life after he wins that Oscar, if anything?
Every fucking thing.
Ooh.
Everything. I can't put my finger on it, but every fucking thing it should. This is the thing, man. That was the era where when one of us won, we all won.
Yes. Without question.
You know, now we kind of get to the point where, oh, that bitch won again, or he won again, or this and that, you know, blah, blah, blah. But then it was a big fucking deal that a black person won an Oscar. You could still count it on one hand. I think he was whatever, 8th, 9th, 10th, whatever it was. He was just like, okay, Denzel Washington, Sidney Poitier, who else has won a fucking Oscar that's black? Cuba Gooding fucking Jr. And when it happened, I was more excited. I didn't go, ooh, the Goodings, we own. I just went, black. That's all I cared about. The black guy won. I was so excited about that. And it never, it was just a confidence. It was a chest poke out moment. You know, when I went into auditions, they were like, oh, you just got that job because you're Cuba Gooding Jr.'s brother. These motherfuckers didn't know when they called me in. You know, when I go into an audition room or when you used to audition all the time, they would say, Omar Gooding, are you related to Cuba? I always call him Cuba. Are you related to Cuba? Well, that's my brother. Oh my God, no, we love him. And then it would just break the ice, but I'd have to stay focused. And, you know, and they're like, yeah, he's great. Oh, he's outside. Yeah, he's counting his money. Bitch, can we do this audition?
right.
You know? And then I have to lock in and do my shit. And then I would.
They never just say, oh, you're hired.
Yeah.
Oh, you're Cuba.
That's why you here.
That's what I have to say.
He didn't call us to tell you. That's one thing, though.
How was it for
I gotta let you ask the question.
Pearl Harbor for that release? Because that's a big blockbuster at the time.
What year was that?
That was, I want to say 98?
I don't have anything on the radar for that.
That's 2000, 2006? Yeah, that's
He
one of
wasn't the lead. He was in it.
He was in it, but
he did.
2001. It's a big movie. Was that?
Didn't move the needle. No.
Okay.
Nothing I remember. No,
Okay.
no.
Boat Trip?
That's when we knew he was
moving
different.
the needle.
Yeah, you want to move the needle.
Yeah. That's one of his. That's one of his funniest
Jesus,
movies.
Man, there's another one that was just like.
That was hilarious to me.
The nigga did. I know when I first had my first son, he was like, yeah, nigga. I remember when I had my first kid and I was at home and I felt guilty that I was gone. By the time I had my second kid, I was taking any fucking movie. And I said, any movie? He said, yeah, remember Snow Dogs, nigga? And we laughed for 10 minutes. And he was like, I just got to get out the house.
Yeah.
So that was probably lumped in with that.
We have to ask you in regards to.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, we got to go there, man.
Now we have to.
We have to.
I've never done an interview where I almost need a bathroom break. What time are we at, nigga? Are the clubs still open? Okay.
We about to close it. We're about to close it.
Last
what club we hitting? What club we hitting? Got fellas. No. So we have to ask you as far as Cuba getting involved in regards to the Diddy story, the cases, whatever's going on. For you as your older brother, how do y'all handle that conversation in regards to just his name being in the mix with all that? Do you talk to him about it, or is it more so? Does your sister talk? Does your mom talk? Is it a conversation?
You went too far ahead. We'd have to back up.
Okay,
we'd have to go. Nigga, why are you on TMZ every other weekend, half naked, talking about wild ass shit? Why?
That didn't happen.
And no, he's always on TMZ. And it to me, it goes back to the age difference. My mom would call your brother. I'm like, why? Why? He's not gonna listen to what I say. I'm the little baby brother in his eyes. I could be 37, 47, or 57. I'm still the baby fucking brother. That's just kind of how my family is. Just keeping it a buck. Even though my mom wants, oh, y'all should be together. Oh, why don't you call him? Why? People don't understand this. It's kind of like when women ask their men, how is so-and-so? And we go, well, he's fine. No, but what happened with the scandal and blah, 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 blah. Bitch, I don't know. We was out hanging. You think when I go see my boy, I'm like, so, bro, how's that stuff? You don't give a fuck. We're like, you see the game, nigga? You right. Shots, let's go. Because that's why we together.
Yeah.
We're together to have a good time, to hang out, to just forget about the other shit. You want to come interview me, motherfucker, about this shit? Hey, man, so. No, well, maybe not right away, but eventually, no. Our father died in 2017. Him and I didn't have a conversation about it until 2022.
Wow.
That is conversation.
Wait,
about it.
Why? Like just space or?
When my father died, I was with my mother and my sister taking my mother's Great Dane to a pet store because the dog was sick. So Great Dane, back here, ears here, huge animal. It takes 3 people to take this motherfucker to. Dog is inside. I'm sitting there talking with my mom. The dog is in the back. We done subdued it. They did it. I'm talking with my sister walks in and says, you answer the phone. Cuba's calling. He's freaking me out. And I walk outside and I talk to him and I'm like, what's up, bro? He's like, sometimes things happen and it's out of our control. You know, God works in mysterious ways. Get to the point, nigga. What's up? Dad's dead. Wait, what? I'm not in town. I'm in Germany. I need you to handle this. Where are you? Give me a moment. All right. I am with Mom. I'm with my sister, April. She's blah, blah, blah. We got to get him back to the house. He says, I think you should leave the dog there and just take them out and then tell them blah, blah, blah. I'm just, I'll figure it out, bro. I'll figure it out. Hang up the phone, go back in, and I have to be an actor. Because I can't leave the fucking dog there. This is a Great Dane. I'm not gonna leave the hey, Mom, we just gonna go. We just gonna go. No, I gotta act for the next 45 minutes and drive in the car with her sitting next to me. And I just told my sister, oh, he's fine. Just here, take the phone. And drove for 30 minutes and shoot the shit about nothing. Got home. Everything else happened. That's the relationship I have with my brother. We don't, he's here, I'm here. Some other shit happened while I was on set. I was mad as fuck. I'm calling this nigga, when I see you, you did, like it's going down, nigga. We flaring up at each other. 2 weeks later, he's now back. I'm back now, nigga. Where you want to meet? Oh, nigga, I'm over that shit now, nigga. Adrenaline done left, nigga. I was brave 2 weeks ago, nigga. This took a long time to actually happen, nigga.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's just how we roll.
There's a video you rapping, him hitting your ad-libs.
Again, when we're together, it's love. It's love. You know, a lot of shit happens when it's blah, blah, blah. That's my bro. He's just like, nigga. I'll be like, yo, man, what you think of this acting job? He's like, nigga, you are the best rapper ever. No.
Wait.
Did you see Baby Boy? It was great. Are you dropping an album?
Well, y'all never been in a movie together? Like, ever
Never
offered a movie?
together. We did a series called Big Time in Hollywood, Florida, which was dope because he agreed to do a season and said, you're gonna hire my son, which was my nephew, to be on the crew, and gave him a job. And he said, and give my brother a role. And that was the first time and we played ourselves. Yeah. Like I played Omar, Big O, and he played himself, but kind of altered. So if you see Big Time in Hollywood, Florida, that's not quite him, I'm pretty sure. The scene, I actually put it on Instagram, and when I signed with Disney, they made me take it off. Because it starts with him snorting a line of coke, and I walk in, I'm like, bro, you need to calm down. He pulls a gun on me, and he's like, nigga, shut the fuck up, I'll shoot you in the face. And I'm like, oh, shit. And this whole little scene. Yeah, it's wild shit. It was wild shit, but it'll happen. Okay. You know, it's really just scheduling this, which is weird. There's a lot, and just to show you that it's not some sibling, but like, he probably capping, they probably some deeper shit. There's a lot of people that I could and should work with that just haven't, and it's just been, Jason Weaver. I love this dude. I have him blocked on my phone right now because he don't return phone calls on time. And it's not just me. Anybody I talk to be like, oh, nigga, unblock him. He don't return nobody's calls, nigga. I send him music, he be like, oh, we gonna do this song. Yeah, Omar, we gonna do this song. That's his voice. He was this fucking song.
He still sing like
that. And I send him the beat, blah, 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 and it just takes too long. I just be like, nigga, I don't move like that. But I love the dude. Is
there talented actors that you are watching now, black actors that you'd be like, I would love to work with that? Or who do you see as a next?
I'm not as good with names, but I watch it all. I really do. And I'm paying attention to it. I just want them to compromise less, man, because you don't know what a person is about when they think they have to do it. So they're just being a part of this show or this movie, and they're compromising their morals and their spirit. I'm just being serious. Like, it's just like, come on, man. Is that you?
Yeah.
You know, or did they say, this is your shot? You gotta make a splash. You gotta do this. Like, no, you don't. We gotta protect the species of men at some fucking point.
Right.
At some point, I'm gonna turn the whole species. Yeah. No bullshit, yo. We have to. It has to be okay to just be a man.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be a knock against any other community because I just want my son to be a man. I want him to know what being a boy is and then turn into a man. And the best way for me to know was my mama telling you, nigga, that's for little girls. Nigga, do the man shit. And I go, you right. And there wasn't no choice. Ooh, if I do this, da-da-da. There was certain shit, I'm just, put the liquor down. There should be a way for us to protect a man and a woman being together without it being looked upon differently and then the world changing and then it being our fault for not saying nothing.
That's real. That's real. If Tyler Perry called and asked you to play the abusive, cheating husband, do you jump on that role?
The what now?
The abusive, cheating husband.
The abusive,
that
cheating
has to
husband?
Get,
I might do that.
Okay.
I might be the abusive, cheating husband because
you're not dark skinned enough for that.
if I do that part, when you said Tyler Perry, there was another question. You went to the left, which is fine, and I had no on my lips. So when you said, "What's the role?" That's my thing. What's the role?
Yeah. There you go. For you, what do you have coming up as far as the music, comedy?
Try a little bit of everything, man. You follow me at Omar Gooding, and I keep you posted, bro. But I have movies that like we talked about News Cycle. We've done movies that I've done that are out, movies that are coming out. I've got a lot of music. Succession that I released last year, the album that is out. I got some plays that I'm doing. Damn, Rotten Apple to play. We got to do that. We actually moved the dates a couple times. I did the New Jack City play, which is dope. And
very dope.
The thing that's dope about, I always had a dream of doing stand-up comedy. And I always admired it. And it's the one thing on my checklist why I think I haven't got my own real series where I'm the lead on a major network. And everybody who I admire that's had their own show has been a stand-up fucking comedian. But I still never thought I would ever do it. And then the writer's strike happened. And I got a comedy room in LA and I was just a host. And then I went on the road with Charles Allen and Charlie Mack and we started the We Out Here comedy tour and I was just a host. And one day Charles Allen said, man, why don't you just go do a set? And I said, fuck no. I like hosting. Because if I'm not funny, I can just get off and be like, you ready for your next comic? And move the fuck on. But he said, no, commit to it. Get up there and stay up there for 15, 20 minutes. And I did. And I've been headlining ever fucking since. So check out the We Out Here comedy tour coming to a city near you. Follow your boy, but don't have your camera phones up because I may just do some wild shit.
Not for real. And even before you tell them how to follow you, what do you prefer most? Acting, comedy, music? Stand-up comedy, I'm sorry.
Music.
Okay.
It's the one thing, it's so pure, bro. And it's uncontrolled, but it's why I'm not like a huge musician in success-wise, because I like to have the complete control of it all. I write my shit, I say my shit, I want to hear it back, I want to hear my lyrics loud, don't tuck my shit underneath, nigga, mix that shit, master it now. And I'm creative with my shit, but there's a whole nother politics. With acting, it started off as if you're the best, you get the role. Then the politics got involved. And I told you about how the rappers was getting roles. Then it kind of evolved with the who you knows and the cliques and so forth and so on. But I'll always have a home there. Yeah. You know what I mean? With rapping, it was a different game. I've worked with a lot of rappers. And none of them niggas have done a song with me yet. Hey. The ones that could have made a difference in my rap career. And they all know I'm tough. Oof. If you ask any of them, when you do an interview with them, hey, you work with Omar Gooding? Yeah. Do you hear he raps too? They'll say, yeah. They'll say, is he any good? They'll say, yeah. And then give them the tough question. And you let me know where that goes, because I'm curious too.
Okay.
But with stand-up comedy, it's been open arms, which is so dope. And all of the comics and comedians that I've toured with have said, stick to acting, nigga. No. They've said, the funny thing is when I started doing stand-up, a lot of these, don't you edit that fucked up.
Facts.
We all over everywhere, but he's like, stick to acting, nigga. No. I would get off stage and they would be like, man, I loved you in Baby Boy. And I'm like, I just got on stage doing comedy. That's the only thing you got to say.
Yeah.
You know? So then I knew I had to kind of tighten my shit up. And now when I get off, they talk about my set. They say, man, your shit was funny, da-da. But the funny thing is, which is real, same thing when niggas hear me rap. It's the same response. I was surprised. Nigga, I was shocked. I did not expect that. I didn't think he was gonna be dope. I didn't think he was gonna be funny. Wow. And then, but I don't take it offensively. What else would you think? You know, a lot of motherfuckers say like, well, you should have been doing that. I don't know. You know.
Most rappers become actors.
Yeah.
Versus actors become rappers.
True that. And for the most part, it's either in you or it's not. I'll talk about one tragedy. Oh my God, I'll talk about a tragedy. I was listening, I have a playlist. And it's like 75 rap songs long since 2022. If I hear a song and I love it, I add it. I have 3 songs on there. That's my shit. Okay. And the rest is niggas that I fuck with, that I hear this, and Jid, and Joyner Lucas, and this and that, blah, blah. And one motherfucker that's on there, and this is gonna fuck y'all up, that's snapping. Every time it come on, the song is called Hip Hop, and the motherfucker rapper is Orlando Brown. Nigga,
that nigga
I
raps.
was listening, I was just like, what the fuck? And I'll play it for somebody and be like, what you think it is? They be like, that nigga snapping, who is that? And I say, who it is? And they be like, that nigga crazy, all this other shit. I'm like, the nigga got bars though. I would love to do a song with him, but I couldn't risk it. I don't know what the fuck. You just send in your verse and I'll send in my verse. I ain't gonna be in the studio with you at the same time. That's for goddamn show.
Oh shit, okay. Oh,
but
man.
you know, this shit
Shout out Lando, man. Yeah, he's been on the couch. He done pop some bars.
I done pop some bars.
With that being said, for them to follow you, how do they follow you? Tell them.
At Omar Gooding, man, that ain't hard to find. Instagram, Omar Gooding. TikTok, Omar Miles Gooding, which is my first name, which means yes, my initials are OMG.
There you go. You doing TikToks? You doing? You
put with the S on it, nigga. No, I don't do TikToks, but I do TikToks. Like, what the fuck is this? We got a dance that's coming in. I got my toes out, nigga. You said it was gonna be from here up, nigga. Don't show the toes.
Yeah, cut the toe. The fact that you're on it though. Oh.
I'm on there. I love TikTok, man. I was on. I'm not on there enough, but I'll do like Instagram. What I got like 350, damn near 400,000 followers on Instagram, just organic, just not doing too much, right? And I'm on Instagram, and I'll go live, and it'll be like 100 people watching. I'm like, nigga, where's the rest of the 300,000? Then I'll go fuck around on TikTok, where I got like 1,200 followers, and it'd be 600 people watching, just like that. I'm like, nigga, TikTok, the fuck is with TikTok? I love you.
There you go.
I'm gonna go live from the hotel room, nigga, in about 2 hours.
There you go. Any shout outs you want to give?
Yeah, shout out my nigga Flav TV. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, nigga D, man.
Come on now,
Flav TV. That's my nigga. He hooked it up.
Hey.
He set this shit up, my boy.
Come on now. D Hard Flav.
Yeah, D, man. You good shit, man. Well done. This was a fun couch session. Yeah. And the ratio's still fucked up, but we're gonna hang out.
I don't know, it's what it is sometimes.
It'll be better. It'll be better next time.
I tried to talk slow.
It'll be better next time.
Ain't gonna be no fried food. We gonna be good.
Yeah, there you go, man. Well, again,
check me out. Follow the We Out Here Comedy Tour, but no, follow me online. I got a ticket sales online for everything that I got going on, man. From the plays to the comedy tours, I got some new movies coming out. I got some new music I'm doing. The music is for us, man. It's for us. I'm not pushing it the way I should, but the shit is solid. I don't need the money, but fuck with it. Go listen to it. You know what I'm talking about? Exactly. And trust me, I'm not gonna let hip hop down. I'm not gonna do nothing that's gonna make me look foolish. That's just me, man. So I'm one of those kind of actors, man. They like, nigga, we ain't never seen you do this, and you never will.
Well, we gotta say it, man. Hollywood legend. It's okay to say legend right about now. It's
trying to call me old, nigga?
No,
yes,
we call.
Yes.
No, yeah. Decades in. Omar Gooding, Hollywood legend.
Hey,
we got you on the couch, man. We appreciate you, and we gotta say it. You are a real life street star, man. Let's go. Heck yeah, man. We rocking.
What up? It's your boy Omar Gooding. You know what it is. Real life street stars. We just finished our interview. These buy me a big enough bottle, so we're gonna go drink somewhere. We're gonna find something fun to do out here in Dallas. I appreciate the love. Y'all make sure y'all stay tuned for everything they do, as I will too. Stay black.